And it would also work if my mic was on. Hello, hi. Thank you to tonight's episode of the Neon Gore Chronicles, episode 16, the new game. This is our Mage the Ascension M5 hack and the season 1 finale of our chronicle. Boy, it's been a long time coming, and we're finally here after 16 weeks of madness, death, chaos, and shenanigans. So, I gotta lay down a few ground rules since you guys are joining with us. Here's the thing. This is a World of Darkness game. You know, like vampire, like werewolf. We gotta lay down that we get into some troubling things like gore, violence, drugs, magic, the occult, religious fanatics. And we tend to keep all the other more questionable stuff off stream or behind the curtain. We have established X cards. We've already gone through our lines and veils. Everyone has been given what each other's lines and veils are. Anonymously, there's X card in place. But for our audience, we just would like to say that, hey, if you need to take time away from the stream during troubling scenes, we get it. Your mental health is a little bit more important than just watching us play. But also, we would just like to add that our characters might do some questionable bad things. They are mages at the time, and mages tend to be a little short sighted of the consequences. So please do not hold the consequences of the mages against the players. After all, they're just players. I think that's everything. Wait, Amber? Am- Amber, there's another person here. Um, Amber Harpo, who's this? Who this woman? Uh, you don't know who she is. Let me. Do I even have production notes on this? Uh huh. Uh huh. Oh. Oh. I didn't know. Oh. I'm sorry, ma'am. 1 second. Gosh damn it, Amber! You didn't tell me that we had a celebrity here. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I know. I know. I'm not gonna fire you. I'm not gonna fire you this time. Okay. We don't even have music started. Okay. I'll set the scene. I'll set the scene. We begin at an airport, 5 miles away from um, where our characters are currently laying low. At the Norfolk International Airport, we see a woman who comes out. First high heel steps, second high heel step. We pan up to a very elegant woman in her 40s, maybe 50s. And if it is her 50s, I do apologize. We do not talk about a lady's age. Really don't want my head to be cut off. I'm afraid of her, and I'm the storyteller here. We see her get off the plane with an entourage full of 18 suited men and women, and behind them are maybe 20, 30 cloaked figures, and behind them are 40, 50 young people, starry eyed. Well, they were starry eyed until she got a hold of them, letting them know that no matter what accomplishments that they make, they will never amount to what she's accomplished. After all, she's been doing this for a while, and she expects perfection. A young woman stumbles off with a thing of coffee in her hand. She goes, um, um Miss Day, I have your coffee. And she just shakily holds it up to you, um, gracious.
I did need this about 30 minutes ago, but you're doing your best, unfortunately.
I, I, it's just, and we just watch as the man, a very big, buff security guard, bald head, um, skin pristine, everything in place. He goes and grabs the young woman and takes the coffee out of her hand and just moves her off to the side. Oh, okay. But is this gonna go onto my record? Am I gonna get that recommendation, ma'am? Ma'am?
Keep walking.
And she does keep walking, and in fact, she doesn't stop walking. She walks out of the airport towards the other airport, gets into a car, and just keeps going. Um, your top assistant comes over to you. Um, okay, ma'am, I've moved your 10 o'clock to your 5 o'clock, your 5 o'clock to your 9 o'clock, and I got rid of your 9 o'clock completely because you told me that you would rather sacrifice, what was it? You would rather go back to sacrificing lambs to the ether rather than sit there with the prime minister.
Good note taking.
Um, they look around. Wow, this and all of you keep motioning on this runway. The only thing that people can hear is the sound of your heels clacking with each step. And in fact, as you get out, you don't even get stopped by TSA. Everyone just parts like the Red Sea. Um, it's just as if they automatically know who you are. And they look around. I know that they said this place was a metropolitan, but it looks kind of
Like a truck stop.
yes, a very corporate truck stop.
Oh. Where do I need to be?
Um, then they flip the pages. The last time, well, the last time they seen Master Finch was at a nightclub, but that's not open yet. If we're looking for the other one, Nick Savant, they said that they should be in the office of a lawyer by the name of Maxwell. Um, gracious. Roll for
Yes.
me. You're gonna do our first roll for the night. You're gonna roll resolve and what would this be? Resolve and insight. Difficulty of 3.
Okay. Grabs my dice. One moment.
While you're doing that, um,
Everything is a 3 and above, and 1 is a 10.
okay. You know exactly who your assistant is talking about, and the thought about Maxwell is interesting. Maxwell, the guillotine of Norfolk, the archmage that has given even you problems. You won't admit it, but in a contest of sheer will and magic, you don't necessarily meet the criteria of beating him. I'm just a storyteller. I would never say that, but I'm just giving you the information that you know, but I would never say out loud.
Of course. Well then. That's less than ideal.
Um,
Let's get a car.
right. Uh, you see your assistant just snap around. The guys all rush, and we see a line of 5 different vehicles. Miss Day, could you tell me which car is the one that you normally go inside?
It is very nondescript black car. Nothing about it stands out from the rest of the cars, with the exception of I'm the one in that car.
And without even having to miss a beat or even say anything, the door is open for you. There's two drivers making sure that you get in and out okay. They even assist your assistant as they close the door. And once you get inside, everyone rushes in. And we follow along a trail of cars, one by one, heading off to the law office. Across the way from them, heading down busy streets, um, the afternoon smelling of a past rain. Uh, the sky is still kind of tinted with blues and purples and oranges, and the sky is still kind of darkly clouded. A lot has happened. But we end up in the office of Maxwell, and sitting across from them is a couple of mages that we're all familiar with. On the left hand side, we see a former soft boy, um, now more muscular, and has gone through a lot of different events. Still somewhat bruised up from the fights and other events that happened earlier that evening. Um, Kira, you're still reeling from the fact that you haven't heard from Buck, the incident outside your house,
Mhm.
and also the shenanigans with Scott. All of which hasn't been great for you. Beside you
Not at all.
is another mage. Has gone through their own share of issues. Uh, Nyx, your fiance has taken off with your past. A woman who you thought was dead, but has now come back from the grave, as well as everyone else, and has run off with some secret organization to become crowned the rightful king of some sort of magic clan or something. You don't know the details, but it is shaking you to your core.
Well, I was always hoping that the wouldn't have to go looking for princes and castles anymore. Now I gotta go across the whole fucking country just to find them. And make sure they don't turn into a Bowser themselves.
Uh, you both realize something. As you look around, and as Maxwell is still trying to hold his head up, even though he's fading in and out of existence, you watch as he holds his head up and he looks around, and that's when you both look and see that Scott's gone.
Oh, thank God.
No, not thank God. Did he
Yeah.
rip another fucking hole into reality again?
I died because of him.
Oh,
Okay? I can be a little bit happy that he's not here.
Okay, you can be happy that he's not here, yes, but you can be less than happy wondering what the fuck he's getting into right now.
I we don't have time for this. Uh, of course, he would go missing. Um, the last thing we need right now is him running off and opening portals to hell, the underworld. I don't know. I don't even understand how.
Do you have a way to take that scythe away from him? He seems very irresponsible with it.
Well, unfortunately, he's not here, so therefore, I am not able to. I guess that's something we will have to figure out later.
Alright. So, just to put a little recap onto our little series of fuck,
Unfortunate
we
event.
now. I prefer just saying series of fuck, but yes, unfortunate events. We now have to deal with several eldritch level beings along with a slew of other problems, including someone who I thought up until this point was dead, and also another person who we both thought was dead and is now a fucking angel, quote unquote.
Uh, I don't even understand what's happening. I went through the incident 5 years ago, but this takes the cake even for me. Um, you all hear a knock on the door, and then another knock. Who is it? It's Amanda, sir. Amanda, come in. Hi, hi. We just got a call that a Magister Scale is en route. A what? A Magister Scale from the Order of Hermes? I don't understand. We had one. She's which one are you talking about? Are you talking about Veronica, or are you talking about the young man who was spirited away? No, not Miss Veronica. She's already headed back to California. Some other big incident has happened. There's another one heading en route. Actually, she will be here in 5 minutes. Actually, no, she will be here in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, all right, all right, all right. Uh, did you get a name? No. Hold on. She, she's the Magister Scale of and we watched Amanda scramble back and forth to go and find this information. Um, getting back on the phone. Uh huh. Uh huh. Right. 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 I will let him know. Yes. Oh, T. No, she prefers. I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can make that. Okay. 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 We'll do. Um, she's the Magister Scale from House of Verditas, and she's coming with um 30 agents, 20 assistants, and some students.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, that is bad. That is bad.
Oh,
Maxwell, on a level of bad things that have happened, that's not at the top, but it is pretty close that we can get to the top without the city
no.
falling apart.
No, I know.
I think I'm the only person out of the loop here.
Okay, you remember when you were in school, like in elementary school, when you were a little kid and you realized that if you really messed up, you didn't go to like the vice principal or to a teacher, you went to the principal. I want you to imagine that, but if your principal was not only legally allowed but encouraged to set problem students on fire and banish them to a different reality.
So, Magister Moody from Harry Potter. Got it.
Uh, mm,
Or not Magister, he was an orc. Whatever.
sure.
think Umbridge, but with more style, and not created by fucking transphobe, but that's kind of what we're dealing with. And they're coming here, and that's my house.
Um, you watch this
That sounds like a you problem.
Amber's
That I'm
hair.
gonna make it a fucking us problem.
An interesting thing happens. You watch this Amber's hair, which you notice has been in pigtails. They both raise up and they stick out. They move side to side like antennas. You see sparks come out from the ends of her hair, and then her hair goes back down. Oh, I believe they're all outside. And by the time she even gets that out, the entourage fills into Maxwell's office. And coming in between them is Gracious Day, Master Scale of House Verditas. And Nyx, you have never actually met Finch's master before. Um, but now you see her in all her glory, and you also realize, right, the Gracious Day, fashion editor, the one who can make or break your career, also the head of your house, is currently here.
No pressure.
Um, Gracious, you see this young woman, her pigtails come down. She's wearing this very frumpy, um, pale brown long pleated skirt, Walmart leather um, leather heels, if you want to even call them that, and wearing a cerulean blue sweater that you know has come off of like a line that you might have made in 2007.
I'm sorry. Who dressed you, a bat?
I beg your pardon?
You're right, I don't need to be talking to you. Now, who is the reason that I had to take time out of my schedule to be here?
Oh, oh, Miss Day. If there was ever a day that I would have wanted to see you, it would not be today. And Graces, you see Maxwell having his um, head literally in his hand as he's kind of holding it up to look up at you.
What is this demeanor that you have? You knew I was coming, you were well prepared. Um, and you just see this woman, and just in her appearance, she's not super tall, uh, but she takes up a lot of space. And she is wearing this white ruffled top and this large green overcoat that is stitched with uh, occult runes and particular patterns. And if you see on the inside, they have those same ones, except for if you look at them a little too long, they are moving in more of a brass color. And she has these high waisted pants and heels, and she's got streaks of silver in her hair. And if you look at her eyes through her glasses a little too long, the she has gray eyes, but she has a gold ring around them that spark like electricity if you look a little bit too long, or if she gets a little bit too angry. And you notice that that happens all of the time. And she just taps once with her heel.
If you're going to throw a tantrum like you did back in the 80s, I would appreciate it if you just wait outside my office.
Why? Does this need to be a private matter? I don't need any of these people here. Would that be better for you?
Well, it'd be more comfortable seeing as while the office space is comfortable for a few, a whole army of your he just kind of turns his head around. Well, calling them a cult would be in poor taste. Your entourage.
Well, fair enough. Um, she snaps her fingers and says, arrange lunch.
And
15 minutes?
they all book it. No one questions it. The only one who has not moved is your assistant, and you already know they got this under control. It's 2 clicks of the button on their cell phone. Already arranged, ma'am.
Excellent. Now, Lola, if you can wait outside.
Um, they just go outside. Uh, they look Amanda up and down. Hmm. And just keep walking. Nix, you already know what that sound means, and you have to feel bad for Amanda because her whole life in just that one noise has just been crushed twice in one day, mind you.
We would feel or say something for her, but not when boss lady's watching.
Nah. Amanda just at looks over at Maxwell, then looks over at you, Nix. You can tell that there's like um, there's tears forming. Her eyes are starting to turn red, and she just goes, does anyone need anything from me? Uh,
I would like a
Really?
coffee, please.
okay, a coffee.
Thank you, dearie.
I think we're good here, Amanda. If you want, just take all the time you need getting it.
Uh, okay. And she just walks out, and you just hear her sniff, and books it for the other side of the office, and you hear a door slam. Um, The door closes behind her. Did you really have
Uh,
to do that?
I didn't know that you hired your assistants based off of how much time they could waste.
Miss Day, how can we assist you on your unannounced arrival?
You're not very good at doing things in order, are you? Who is we? And she gestures to the other people in the room.
Well, we were just getting into the situation happening in Norfolk, and I don't know if you heard about earlier's incident. So you're out of the loop.
Have I?
Um, you haven't heard much. Getting off the plane, you did get a bunch of notifications, but a lot of them have been from like the underlings. It hasn't been from anyone important, and anyone who's been in other head of houses have been keeping anything they know hush hush, to the point where while it's typical for the other houses to keep their certain things hushed, it's kind of got to the point where someone is making sure you don't know what's going on, because if you know, then you have the upper hand on all of them. So they've been a lot more coy. But you did hear that there was some sort of magical incident in Norfolk. You just don't know how big it was.
Right. Would someone like to enlighten me how big of a mess this is?
How much time do we have?
15 minutes till lunch.
Okay. Uh, Madam Day, I am Nick Savant. I am Finch's apprentice. Uh, er, apprentice. There's
Oh,
been an incident. And they're kind of like looking to Maxwell to see if Maxwell's gonna take over or if they need to like do the whole thing.
Maxwell, for the first time ever, Maxwell is giving you this expression that you've only seen from like a few Norfolk residents. And Maxwell is old. You never expected him to even know what this expression would be, but it's the more like, I'm not fucking around with this. This is all you, babe. You can handle this.
Finch was coming here for an investigation into an event that involved a former pupil of his. Due to the nature of his departure, I also came to find him and assess the situation, and in the process of meeting my associate here, and they'll gesture to Kira.
Kira is just like watching this with fascination. He hasn't seen the other traditions really interact very well, so he's just kind of like waiting for it to happen. He doesn't know what it's gonna be, but something's gonna happen.
And it looks as if like Nyx is waiting for them to introduce themselves, and when they don't, there's just like my associate. We discovered that there was a, shall we say, magically laced narcotic or some sort of drug going around. And at the same time, the investigation revealed a disturbing factor. Uh, Madam Day, Master Finch has been killed in action.
the trouble with being in this order is that other people have to be in it. It can't just be me.
It doesn't get better. Apparently, some unidentifiable higher power being that is eluded any sort of classification has decided to use the chaos and this sort of, I presume, some sort of byproduct from it all to assume Finch's identity, to stoke chaos, and now we have not only them but several other beings like them running around. And it is not a pretty scene.
Well, I take comfort in knowing that it is not my order that is causing problems for me. I take less comfort in knowing that it is perceived that way.
The perception will be corrected soon once this information is fully disseminated.
And why hasn't that happened yet?
Because this information was discovered, and Nyx will check their watch, less than 12 hours ago, following a near citywide destruction event.
And a few deaths. Well, more than a few, but
More than is normal for our operations.
A few? When has a few deaths stopped anything?
Maxwell, would I be amiss of saying that the deaths stopped in the double digits or hit the triple digits of people that are valuable to both our operation and just the general operation of the city for the magical folk?
You see him look around. Now his head is like he kind of tosses his head up into the air, and it floats around the room, and it goes over to uh, what looks to be like a whiteboard, but it's made up of like a weird stretchy material that moves and shapes itself. And he looks in it and then floats back over. Uh, Double digits for the casualties, but triple digits for the number who have gone missing.
So presuming triple digits for casualties just to be safe.
This is a mess. This is beyond a mess.
This is, in the most professional terminology I can come with, a grade A plus clusterfuck.
Right.
if you're familiar with the term foobar, that would also apply.
That as well.
So now I'm going to have to clean this up, aren't I?
And for the first time ever, the two of you hear a genuine laugh come out of Maxwell. Gracious day, cleaning up a mess without being asked, told, or begged. I'll believe it when I see it.
Understand me. If this continues for another 12 hours, that's a problem for me. Right now, it's a problem for you. That I don't care about. But when it's a problem for me, that's an issue. And since nobody can do what I can do, I'm gonna get it done myself, even if I have to push my schedule back a day.
Madam Day, I don't mean to at all question your abilities. I am technically a product of your teaching. But I would like to stress that this is a situation that is not only extremely dangerous, but is unprecedented. I don't mean that in the sense of this just being stronger than anything that we have in the order. I mean to say that this is a completely unknown variable. Between this drug that was produced, the effects it had on the people around in this area, and now this Finch look-alike eldritch being that we have decided to coin them. I am not saying this is beyond the Order's capabilities, but I am saying that any efforts from the Order will need to be a sustained effort. And if you only have the day, it may not be the most efficient for you to personally be here, since it would push your schedule back for an undefined amount of time, which would not be acceptable.
So I would like to add that two Magister Scholars have already arrived before you. Both have either gone missing or we find them. Well, we found one of them flayed just an hour ago.
And you're telling me because you're concern for my well-being?
Oh no, I was just wondering when I go back to the underworld, whether I should hold the door for you, the elevator, or would you like for me to call you a cab there?
And you have, from what I understand, little to no data on whatever threat that has arrived.
Only that it is a group of 4 to 5 beings, and that they have been spread across the political spectrum of our kind, meaning that everyone will soon be dealing with them.
And what has been the plan so far?
Well, first, we've been trying to access the data, rescue missions, and also,
Trying not to be killed,
well, that too. But I
failing at that one technically, but
was going to invoke Project Omega. Miss Day, you don't even have to roll for this. You know that Project Omega was the SOS symbol shot across all different planes of existence. The problem is that it goes to everyone in the political spectrum and even some of your more antagonistic cabals and some of your more antagonistic sects, like the technocracy. They would also receive that as well.
That's something you're willing to do.
Well, we have about 5 Omega level entities roaming around the city. I would think this would be the time for that. Wouldn't you agree?
The implications, the aftermath. Do you know what we would owe?
Not necessarily if per se this effort spanning across political factions, but spearheaded by those either within the Order of Hermes or affiliated with them, could be spun to make it a order-led effort. And if it is perceived as an order-led effort, well, then if we just so happen to clean up any messes in any other factions in the process of getting rid of these entities, who would be amiss in saying that they could perhaps be indebted to us?
Dude
In
just kind
fact,
of raises their hands and waits.
Nick's just like reaching over, just gently pulling the hand down for a moment. Wait, let me finish, let me finish. While some orders and some factions may consider it a draw, perhaps we could come out ahead at the end of this. And then they'll like let go and let Kira's hand go up.
I
Can someone explain what this Project Omega thing is?
Think of this like a universal satellite that shoots an SOS emergency message to every single sect and order, almost every single mage all over. Well,
Okay. And it would bring them here.
yes, be like a beacon. Only there's a
What if that's what they want? I mean, power has so far, I mean, you said it yourself, 2 magisters. I'm sorry, I'm not very familiar with the rank structure, but the title itself betrays some form of power, have posed almost no threat to these things. What if it wants all of these powerful people in one place to use them for some nefarious purpose?
Our
as
alternative is to not do it, try and do this ourselves, and most likely end up in worse fates.
as you say this, we pan over to a library a few blocks away from there. Huh. It seems she's gone missing. But we do see the library, and we hear someone running. we see Finch adjusting his tie and skipping down the sidewalk, looking around. I wonder where she's gone off to. He looks up. So that's where they went. Okay. And we watch as he blinks in and out of existence, looks up at the law office, and some of the surrounding members coming in and out of the law office, and a few folks in black and white ties. He adjusts himself. Um, he walks in, Amanda holding a few teacups and a tea kettle just walks through. Oh, hello. Hi. Do you have an appointment? Oh, they're waiting on me. Oh, okay. Who are? Uh, my mistake. I'm Magister Scully Finch. Oh, oh my God! Everyone is talking about. Yeah. Oh, where have you been? I just had a case I had to handle. Um, Maxwell told me about you. Your name is Amanda, right? Yes. That is a nice outfit that you're wearing. Oh, thank you so much. Not a problem. If you can, because I know Maxwell will like it, if you could go ahead and use the jasmine tea, that would be great. Okay, we'll do. And he walks past her. Her eyes look like they're dazed, with a blue haze around them. He knocks on the door, and you all hear it.
More unexpected guests?
Amanda's back already?
Amanda, hear a knocking on the door again. Amanda, who is this? Another knock on the door. The door slowly creaks open, and coming from the door, we see Finch. Ah, it seems like you guys are having a meeting without me. He goes and makes his way onto a seat between Nyx and Kira. Readjusts himself. Hello! Great to see all of you again.
Tell me why I shouldn't set you on fire right now.
Now, is that a way to greet your mentor?
No, but it's a way to meet someone wearing his skin and pretending to be him.
I wouldn't say I'm not him. Just upgrade.
A bastardization.
Whatever makes you feel better about this whole situation. And he turns over to look at Gracious Day. Hi.
And what fresh hell is this?
I wouldn't call this hell. I would just call this Maxwell's office.
I don't have time for this.
Well, I don't
So-
either. I got a few meetings I have to go to. I was just coming to see if a Miss Nova arrived.
She left 10 minutes ago.
Oh. Nyx, roll for me. Charisma is subterfuge, difficulty of 5.
The way the charisma roll.
Gracious,
I'm glad you stopped me before I spoke.
Gracious Day, roll for me. Wits and insight, difficulty of 4. And Kira, I need you to give me a willpower roll, difficulty of 4.
I got
Wunderbar.
Remember, guys, if we crit, we could get this. But the bad news is, if we do crit, we're probably going to be looking at a paradoxical crit. So, nope, that's failure. But we didn't messy paradoxical crit, so it's just normal failure.
Great.
I got a success.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That is a failure.
Okay. So what we have is we have
Failure.
a failure or two failures. But fortunately, we also have
Success.
Gracious, you know your students better than they know themselves. You know their designs, their magic, their ether, everything about them. This person pretending to be Finch definitely isn't him because you notice that everything that this Finch has on is out of season. Not only out of season, but a knockoff of your out of season collection. Something that you know Nyx would never, ever attempt.
You mean Finch?
Finch, that is correct. Thank you. Nyx.
Excellent.
You can tell from the way that he adjusts himself and leans closer over to you, he's not buying it at all.
Well, it was worth a shot. Don't suppose I could tell you that she went to the moon too, can I?
Like his sense of humor.
Yeah, I had a lot of time to think about it after you cut my throat open.
Well, but we should let bygones be bygones. Kira, you're feeling that you had that first night on Gore. That hazy, panicky feeling. And
Anxiety attack.
yeah, but it feels like reality isn't settling. It almost feels like you're about to spark up, full of magic. So,
Oh no.
I'm guessing you all want to know what I'm looking for.
Do you think we're stupid enough to think that you would actually tell us?
Oh no, I'll tell you. I haven't said a single lie since I've been here.
You haven't said a proper truth yet either. See, the gray area is all fun and games till someone else is in it.
Okay. Fair. I just need a favor from Miss Day.
I'm tired of this banter. Spit it out.
Okay. I need a dress from you.
Clearly.
No, I need the Celestial Argus.
I'm sorry.
Um,
I must have told you.
this would be intelligence and occult, and you can add your craft to this. Difficulty of 5.
Okay.
Nyx, you can also give that same roll if you want it.
Anticults and crit. Nope, that is a failure.
And
Failure.
Too shaken up.
and just for a point of contention, Kira, I need you to go
Yes.
ahead and roll your Arate for me. Straight Arate. No difficulty.
That's also a failure on my end.
Ah,
Very badly.
yeah.
2 successes
Failure.
and one of them's a 10.
Great. You two, it's vague. And you guys think you know every single thing that you could ever know about fashion. But a crystal dressed by the name Celestial Argus, not ringing any bells.
So, you want the the Celestial Argus? Are we going to pretend that I can just give whatever that is to you?
Well, maybe not give me directly, but you are Magister Scalave for your house, and you probably would give me access to your vault here in the city, right?
And why on earth would I do that?
Well, if you do that, I might. Okay, not might. I definitely will let up on the whole killing your mages sort of deal.
And if I decide to kill you instead?
Well, you can attempt to, but it's not going to be pretty. That's Maxwell. Buddy, you still haven't gotten your neck checked.
I'm half surprised he didn't say you should quit while you're ahead.
That's a good one. I like them.
Somebody does, at least.
Come on. Gracious.
The most
Day.
intense side eye.
What is this? It's an old dress. It means nothing to you. Versus having to clean up this mess, being here longer than you want, be constantly killing mages day in, day out, day in, day out, opening another portal where your little friend keeps opening portals.
You misunderstand. And if you were Finch, you would know. It's the principle of giving me an ultimatum.
You're right. You're right. Like, I didn't bring. You know what? I'm in the wrong. I didn't bring any examples. He goes out. Amanda. Amanda walks in. Hi. Oh, Finch. Hi. Hi. You know what I was thinking? You know what would be great in this moment? Oh, what's that? I think your tea just needs to be a little bit hotter. And as he goes, flicks his fingers off to the tea, you watch as it explodes and it shoots the young woman back into the other room. He snaps a finger, and you can see the outside of Maxwell's office erupt in a blue flame, and the door closes. Now, I don't think I was explaining myself correctly. Give me access, or I burn every single one of your fucking stooges. I'm sorry, my language. I'm sorry. It's stressful. Haven't had any sleep in a while.
Aren't I foolish to have walked right into a trap? That's on me. Well then. If that's what you want, and you're going to stop giving me trouble,
Of course.
then who else are you going to give trouble?
It's not you, so is it really that important?
She looks over at the other three people in the room.
Kira's gonna look at Finch and just be like, "What's so special about a dress?"
Well, it's for a
Oh,
wedding.
you didn't.
A wedding?
Yeah.
Are we invited?
Well, everyone's going to be invited.
Hmm.
And who's the
And who
lucky
is the-
one?
Well, A groomsman never goes and reveals who's getting married. It's a surprise wedding that's
Groomsmen.
being put together.
So you're not even the
Oh,
You're not
husband?
even what the.
I know, never the bride, always the bridesmaid. But listen, I'm single. I'm ready to mingle. But like, this is about what do you kids call them? Your bestie. This is for my bestie.
Hmm.
What?
And you would do anything for your bestie, right?
The hell are you talking about?
It,
What is this?
ma'am, he's using slang terms.
Um,
Okay,
You know what?
gross.
Not that. You are an upgrade of Finch, quote unquote. Why not make something yourself?
I tried to get that bastard to make something close, but he gave me a little bit of attitude. Tried to screw me over, and I heard there was a little competition that he was investigating, so I kind of short. How to describe this? I made sure his exit was permanent.
Oh, now that makes more sense.
Don't do that. You helped.
Well, oh, I know, but I mean, this person was supposed to be extremely powerful. I was wondering how, and Kira kind of, motions to themselves and it's like, they're more muscular and bigger, but they're not necessarily a big person. They are still not like this big threatening thing. I just feel like I would have gotten torn apart.
I'm sorry, let's run that back. You help?
Oh! How did you think your poor student? How did you think I came to be? I had help.
I don't remember helping you get here. I do remember killing Finch, though.
And you said the thing you weren't supposed to say. You said the one fucking thing. Not supposed
They
to
were
say.
part of the stupid competition.
You are sitting less than 20 feet away from someone who could burn this city with a snap of her fingers and a click of her heels, and you just admitted to killing her student.
I mean,
And her student made the decision to join a legally binding competition that just so happened to result in their death.
Well then, I suppose I have you to thank. Because any student of mine who would act so foolishly shouldn't be in my order anyway.
and he goes
Maybe
around
not best.
and he wraps his arms around Nyx. Now, isn't that a little bit of a mean thing to say?
Get your fucking arms off of me, you troglodyte!
Oh, don't use my line. Savant, buddy. I'm bored of this, and I know you're bored of this, so I'll make you a deal. What if I could get you
Why?
everything you wanted in this room right now?
What would I want in this room?
Come
No
on.
offense to Maxwell, but it's not exactly my taste.
You both, all you notice, Maxwell is gone.
Oh, shit.
I guess he had to go back to the underworld? I mean, we all kind of know he was here because of Scott and Scott's bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Let's.
Oh yeah, there's a death cultist Euthanatos kid who keeps ripping holes into the underworld. He's a fun one. You should meet him.
I know.
And isn't there?
Like I said, Madam Day, a grade A clusterfuck.
You know what? It's not that important. We'll talk later. My business is with Miss Gracious Day. So about that access.
Right, for your surprise wedding that we're all invited to. Unfortunately, my schedule doesn't allow for surprises, and you've given me far too many already. So how about some details, and then maybe I'll think about it.
I think I've given you enough details. Wedding. We could probably raise you all to the ground. Don't want to hand us the dress over, and I'll be out of your hair quietly. I think I was clear.
What's stopping you? What's stopping you from doing that as soon as I do?
Uh, my word. I can't lie. Unfortunately, that's my one flaw.
Oh, how convenient. Well, like I said, this offer is convenient for me, but if no one opposes, I would love to get out of here.
He just told you to
uh,
stand out. You know, you shake my hand, the deal is done. I'm out of your office. Or Maxwell's office.
Did you make this dress, ma'am? Do you happen to know? Do you happen to remember?
I don't know anything about this dress, apparently.
Hmm.
Say, I have access to it. Do I know who made it? No, it wasn't me.
Steel arc.
There is one thing you do know that the vault holds. Norfolk is weird when it comes to magical objects of the Order. This thing holds every occult military secret known to man almost. This isn't just any vault. You've known from your experience about occult objects made for the military, some of the stuff that you had to learn. It's made you one of the most scariest mages out of everyone. The fact that this entity is looking for that is troubling by itself. The fact this it's a dress that you have no memory or recollection of what it could be. Deal with that information as you will.
Right. Well, if you can't lie, you want a deal, I'll get you the dress, but you
Okay.
don't get to come into the vault.
Fair. I don't want to go inside the vault anyways.
You don't get to send anyone of your choosing into the vault.
As long as money you gets me the dress, I don't care.
And when you're done with it, you have to return it intact exactly as you got it.
Of course. After all, I am Finch. I wouldn't dare destroy a dress.
You know, something just occurred to me. I thought you were the upgraded Finch. You still didn't answer my question. You said you tried to get Finch to make it, but he wouldn't. You still didn't answer why you can't make it. If you are an upgraded Finch, wouldn't that mean that you already have all his abilities but more?
Well, Finch wasn't completely honest about their ability. He had a way with words. apparently he can't really make the dress, unfortunately.
So you're saying he coerced other people into making things for him?
No, rather, he learned how to play me. I'll leave it at that. And I don't like being fucked with. So, there's that.
So you assume the form of the one person so far that's been able to fuck with you?
Think of it like a trophy.
What are we, white dentists from Texas? We don't take trophies.
You don't take trophies.
Now,
You're a...
he opens the door. You guys can hear people rushing, trying to put out this fire. Gracious Day, you can hear your associates. One is trying to bring back up Amanda. Your assistant is patting himself out. Are you okay, ma'am?
I'm perfectly bored.
All right. Oh, we're fine. 2 casualties, that's all.
Is Amanda all right?
Oh, it's whatever.
It's whatever. That is a human life.
Humans die all the time. But ma'am, are you okay? Is there anything you need? Also, and she brings out a carton for you. She puts it on her desk. I made sure lunch was ready.
Ugh. Trivial at this point. You can continue to wait. Lunch is delayed.
Right, ma'am. And as the guys are rushing around, you just see the assistant throw the hands up and just go, enough. Fire is priority. Currently, lunch is being postponed. That does not mean you get slack in your position. She steps over Amanda. Anyways, we will continue as scheduled. And they continue to try to put out the office as the door closes. Wow. Efficient. I like her. I like them.
This is getting ridiculous.
How do you think I figure? I'm waiting for a dress, and it's like being at the dressmaker's office, and everyone is just waiting for, I don't know, show me the dress.
You know, we can't exactly just bring a dress out and hope it fits someone without even tailoring it.
Oh, don't worry, it fits them perfectly.
Such a unique dress should be made for the person intending to buy it, and if it hasn't been modified since then
Oh, don't worry.
this person originally owned it.
It was made for them. I'm just here to.
But they lost it.
More like I'm just here to pick up the delivery.
Of course. Do I know how easy or difficult would it be to go to this vault?
For someone like Nyx, next to impossible. For you, they will allow you to access the vault. You would just have to go through a lot of bureaucratic hoops. You might even have to fight a magical knight to get to like the important layers. That's how the security there is thick, even for you.
Okay. This is going to be my whole day. Okay. I might be able to pull some strings. I don't know. We don't want them to stay here, right? I don't know. Where do you go?
Fine. There's a cafe on campus, Old Dominion University. You go there, little bistro. You can't miss it. It's by the college housing. I'll be waiting there for the dress.
College. Just shakes her head. All right, leave.
All right. Such a very. The man is here. It's giving. It's giving corporate white woman who has too much privilege. He kind of waltzes out.
Who's giving what?
It's modern. Okay, you know what? Madam Day, I don't mean to second guess your choices, but, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I do mean to second guess that one choice. That being is the pin that holds together the entire tapestry of the fuck shit that's happened here. If they want something, it's for a reason that they are either trying to hide from us or not tell us.
Right. So, what are we going to do about it?
Well, I'm pretty good at finding information. If you have anywhere where I might be able to figure out who this thing was made for originally, we might be able to
Out of one
at
of the
least get that.
out of one of the cabinets, you hear a banging sound, a large knock followed by another knock, and you're met with a young woman who tumbles out of it. Jasmine, you look up and you see Nyx and Kira and another woman you have never met before.
Hi guys.
How the
Finally
fucking
coming out
long
of
have
the
you been
closet?
there?
It was hectic. I ran into evil Finch again, and then I
You
think
just
I
left.
think he's oh, well I think that asshole had sent me someplace else when I tried to leave, and I got so lost. It was hell to get back here. Ugh. So, what happened while I was gone?
Is this a regular occurrence?
There is no such thing as anything regular here. Jasmine, this is the House of Verditus, Magistrates, Madam
Oh,
Day.
stop with the titles. It gets kind of annoying.
It's nice to meet you, madam.
I would say likewise, but nothing has been nice today.
Understandable. It's been a shit kind of month for a lot of us.
I'll say.
One second. You all,
Audience,
you all
that's
hear
never a good thing
voice.
when you're ST.
Tiffany.
Yes.
From the ether. Uh, you are in contact with your cabal friends. You don't know how to really describe them. But they can hear you. You just can't see them, but they can hear you somewhat. It's kind of staticky, but everyone in the room can hear you echo almost.
She'll just say, hello, friends.
Oh god, she's
I
back.
bet you've been wondering where I've been.
We're not doing it. We're okay. Fine, fine. This is just as bad as. Give me 1 second to put it on. Seriously,
Time's a ticket.
Tiffany, do you really need the song?
Yes, I
Fine.
really need the song.
Okay.
There's a new person here.
Okay. She's wonderful. She's amazing. She's awesome. She's so gracious. She's wonderful and gracious. Amazing. Would never do anything to harm anyone. She's Tiffany. Tiffany, why are you taking over? I'm sorry about that, ma'am. Tiffany, you can't take over. Listen, all right, listen. I know this is your big moment, but do you really, really have to keep taking over the stream and the song every single time you make an entrance?
I mean, yeah.
I, Tiffany, we we talked about this, Tiffany.
People love it.
I,
It's only you. You're the only hater.
I listen. I got a show to run. I really, I listen. It's been 16 episodes. All right, I'm tired. All right, do you have to keep doing this every single time you make an entrance? Gracious. I'm sorry, on the day of your big um, appearance, you see a woman with red hair who looks like a cross between Jim, the cartoon character, and an 80s pop rock singer just appear out of the ether. And she swirls around with fire and a large band, and the music getting louder then quieter, as if someone has cut off the auxiliary cord to her theme song.
What the? Who did that? Keep the music playing. Come on.
Listen,
Gotta keep the energy up in the room.
you just hear in the background. Listen, we only have enough magic to bring you back here for an hour. Okay, we only have that much. You only got that much time left, girl. Make it
Make
count.
it count. Alright, so who do I gotta kill? Who needs slaughtering? Anyone?
Oh.
Bothering you today? Because I'm gonna head back to
I
absolute
mean,
paradise in heaven.
You
But I'm here
kind
to
of
help you.
missed us all getting fucking killed. It's a little late for killing people.
Who got killed?
Scott,
Uh,
me, Nix.
Me?
That's right, you did die.
Yeah.
if we're keeping track, I was technically the last one.
But
Everybody? You guys look fine.
I mean,
does
now?
this look like a cat boy to you?
Uh, Tiffany, you can see out the door behind you that part of Maxwell's office is on fire, and people are running around to put it out.
Um,
Anybody got marshmallows?
Can you help?
I guess I'll try to suppress the fire. I don't know. With forces.
Give me a forces roll. That's going to be your forces plus your arete. That's going to be difficulty of 4. This isn't regular fire. This is something more kin to something you're now associated with.
Gracious has
Yeah, fine.
pulled out her phone and is clearing her schedule.
Okay.
You look, Gracious, at your phone and just notice that your schedule has already been cleared. Plus, you've been given additional time for your meditation hour, which is just you firing the clothes of failed designers into a bonfire and sipping wine.
5 successes.
With that, you pour out this pink energy around you, Tiffany, and you collapse this blue flame into a ball, and it disappears into glitter.
That's a new
See,
trick.
What would you guys do without me? I mean, seriously.
Uh-huh.
Oh, where the fuck are you?
Uh, like, I have a choice to either go here or stay with my honey bun back in where the hell he was. I don't know. Looked like heaven to me. People like hand feeding me grapes and stuff.
We pan over to a scene of Tiffany being fed grapes and other things. So listen, Tiffany, this is Avalon, all right? I am only giving you a choice. You could stay there, but it will be permanent. No more connection to us. But I can give you an hour there, but you have to come back here permanently.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see what needs doing before I feel too guilty staying here, and the rest of them just suffer without me.
Okay. Also, you're not gonna do anything while you're there, right? No distraction.
You know me.
We pan over to an Applebee's where a concert is being thrown, and then we pan back over to her showing back up into the office.
It's always Applebee's.
So, I mean, I only have an hour. What do you guys want to do?
Well, apparently we have to go get some dress.
Ugh, fuck. The boringest errand of my last hour on Earth.
Technically, it's a dress within some sort of hiding spot.
Ooh, a secret.
Some vault.
You know how good I am at looking for things, Nix.
Well, lucky for you then, hello, that it's not as simple as looking and grabbing something.
Oh yeah, by the way, Tiffany, this is Gracious.
Charmed.
Head
Oh,
of my
you-
house and
Yeah.
Finch's teacher.
Ah,
Former.
indubitably.
Just gives you a look.
Um,
I would say it's a sort of technical relationship since grand mentor, but I'm pretty sure I'd be set on fire just like the outside was if I did make that assumption. So I'm just going to stop it at the head of my house.
Right, you've got a decent head on your shoulders. Keep that to yourself.
It wasn't there about 20 minutes ago.
with that, you hear the clacking of heels. Um, you see another woman in a red dress, long black hair, almost like the woman from the Euthanatos side of the meeting, the one who was actively um, antagonistic against Scott. But you know this woman to be different.
Mhm.
As you guys are trying to say her name, it's almost as if her name has been erased from existence. Gracious, you know this woman. You can't stand this woman, but she's basically your biggest client. And it's one of those passive aggressive, oh, hi, how are you? And you just watch, she just comes through, oh, Miss Day, I am so happy. Oh, I can't believe you have shown up to for Maxwell's memorial.
Of course. What? And that's the reason you're here.
Sure. And she just goes and over to his desk. I was just here because I was looking for Maxie, and then I heard about the terrible tragedy that has happened. And she starts wiping a tear that is definitely not there. I am just here to pick up a few things, and I'll just be on my way.
And oh, what would that be?
Just a few files, a key to another vault. Nothing important.
I hope you're not looking for a suitcase.
As you say this, she just looks at you. What? You mean his briefcase?
Yeah, his briefcase.
And where might that be?
The underworld, I think.
You
Hmm.
think?
Well, the last time we saw it, that one, Jasmine, and Kira points at Jasmine, threw it, if I remember right.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
and
whoa. It was
It
not me.
almost
It
hit
was Scott.
Scott. I thought you threw it at Scott.
I know. I threw it at Scott. He dodged, and then he used magic to suck in the briefcase into
That's
this hole.
right.
And she just laughs. That is cute. That is adorable. Where is Mr. Travers at? Where's Scotty?
Not here.
Last time I checked, he was mostly dead.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Kind of lost him. He was with me, and then he wasn't. I don't know. I think he got lost in the wormhole too.
I see.
Knowing him, that wouldn't surprise me.
She just looks through the his looks through the dresser drawer in the corner of the room, then goes back to his desk. She opens up a few compartments, clicks on a few things. Um, Wits and awareness, Grace's day, difficulty of 4.
All right.
Nyx, you just see the clacking of her heels on the ground. You notice that one of the heels is broken. The gold metal on one of them is cracked. Um, Parts of her jewelry also looks like it's been damaged by something. And she just goes and follows through things. Kira, that intense magical feeling is now throbbing at the back of your head. It's almost as if
Mm-hmm.
you can feel it pouring through your eyes.
Uh, that is 4 successes and 2 of them are 10s.
Okay. Two than tens. That's actually a
Critical success.
critical
Great.
success. Immediately, you can just pinpoint exactly what it is she's grabbing. She's grabbing a different vault key, one to the Thanatos vault, and it immediately dawns on you they also have something similar to what you guys have, in almost in the same neighborhood.
I think uh, Gracious just grabs her wrist.
Uh, Deary, what are you doing?
No. You aren't doing what I think you're doing.
Don't know what it is that you think I'm doing.
This isn't about you, is it? Come on.
Um, I don't know what you're talking about. And she grabs your wrist, Graces, and starts to put pressure on it. The light squeeze. But I'm in a rush. After all, I have Maxwell funeral to plan, and I also have some of my own associates will have to bury. So I would rather be on my way as quickly as possible. And the lightness in her voice disappears almost instantly.
Hmm. Well,
Um. hmm,
Yes, what is it? In a hurry?
What are you in such a hurry for?
Planning meetings. Things that are,
You can plan here.
hmm,
This is his office, after all.
you're right, but I don't feel comfortable staying too long in his office. Even while dead, he's still, you can still feel him here.
I mean, he was
right.
just here a little bit ago.
Well, where there's a will, there's a Maxwell.
Right. But why bother yourself with this? I can do you a little favor. I'll have my people on it. You haven't had lunch, right?
I haven't, but, there's something important I have to go grab as well.
We
Wait,
have people for that.
go grab. You just said you had to make plans.
Well, yes, I still have to grab things while planning.
Hmm.
uh,
Were you just speaking with Finch?
No, I wasn't.
No.
And I would like to say that if anyone wants to wits and insight this, it will be a difficulty of 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna attempt
Go ahead and make that
with
attempt.
my 4
I can
dice.
theoretically make it. Or
Tiffany,
actually, not even.
Theoreticals.
I
give
can actually kind of.
yeah, Tiffany, give me resolve. Just give me a straight resolve roll. Difficulty of 2.
Not wits and insight.
No wits and
Oh
insight.
no.
This is a straight resolve roll. Difficulty of 2.
So,
Yeah, 2 successes.
Yeah, you're able to focus on this conversation. You don't zone out.
She just kind of.
Uh, you are able
She's
to.
just kicking rocks. Like there's no ass to kick.
Yeah.
I wanted to kick some ass.
But in that moment of like coming out of your pop era, your pop music, you look and you see a darkness in front of this woman's face. A shadow, almost like a veil.
Ooh, someone's shady.
That is a success from Kira.
I've also got a success.
And a spicy
Um,
success from
Also
Nick.
success.
that's a paradoxal success.
Spicy.
So who got a spicy success?
I wonder who.
Okay. For everyone else,
Success.
correct success. You know that she's lying. She definitely saw Finch. Kira, it's not even that she just saw Finch. You can even feel that energy off of her. And in fact, Nix, you also feel that as well. And you reach out and grab this woman by the dress. And gracious, you've never seen this before, but you watch as the threads on this woman's dress start to squeeze and tighten around this woman and contort, almost like they're making a straight jacket. That's when you start hear the first bone crack. Um, what are you doing?
You're lying. You saw Finch. You saw what is trying to pretend to be Finch. He made you an offer. You said yes. I don't know
Where's
what
he
it is
asked
he
you to
wants.
Okay, if you let go, we can talk about this. Nix, you don't notice it, but you can feel it. You feel yourself going into a quiet. Um, Miss Day, in your years of not only dealing with pupils and also your own sort of dealings with the magical equivalent of like a beast, or like that other side of you that takes over. You notice Savant is also going through this quiet and is kind of volatile in this moment as the strings tighten around this woman. I. It's not important to you. We're just settling a debt. That is it.
Oh, I think it's very important. I think it's really, really, really important because, you know, this thing that is trying to be Finch, that really isn't Finch, it's a really interesting thing, whatever it is. But it's also a fucking nightmare. And anything and anyone who cooperates with it willingly, totally, without question, without trying to get something out of it to stop it, that's trying to enable whatever it's doing, is complicit.
We wouldn't have had to do this had it not been for Scott breaking our agreement.
And Scott's one of yours, so that sounds like you fucked up.
Yes.
What agreement?
And she looks over at
Oh,
Tiffany. She was supposed to stay dead and we would make a trade.
What trade?
They would get her, and we would be on our merry way. No Eldritch problem, no gods of death.
This is all Scott's fault.
Exactly.
so you were trying to take my friend's soul, and that failed.
The bitch was already dead. She was supposed to stay dead. I don't know how she just got back up. Alright?
There seems to be a lot of that going around.
Thanks to.
Nobody ever stays dead in this town.
Well, thanks to Scott and
Well,
whatever.
Scott won't be doing any of that if I can help it.
Now, Savant, if you will, let me go and let me deal with our sex problem. That'd be great.
I would still like to know what
She backs
he
up.
asked for, Auntie.
Sex problem. Never mind.
Sect.
Nix, this is literally the coolest thing you've ever done in front of me. Keep pulling the strings.
Now, I have something in the vault that I'm going to give to that
Can we
thing.
at least know what it is? What
No,
it's called?
I'm not telling you.
Please?
Do you guys tell all your secrets? No.
We'll tell you what he asked from us.
I'm not telling shit.
You want a secret from her? You'll get it. I'll get into her mind.
Okay. Go ahead and give me mind plus your arete.
Alright.
This is going to be difficulty of 5.
Okay.
This is. She's almost
Can
the.
do it.
She's pretty beefy when it comes to resisting this. Miss Day, as you sit there and you ponder,
Oh.
A
you
messy critical.
so basically,
Paradoxal success.
two things happen. Gracious, as you are thinking back, you think back to your younger days in your 20s, starting off as a young woman with a sense of adventure, power, money, success. You've always been perfect. Even before you became a mage, you've been perfect. But there was just one thing that agonized you, and it was something involving a fashion show. You remember a crystal dress that a woman wore with these butterfly like wings attached to it. And you think about this crystalline thing. Your mentor, when he was alive, before he exploded, he used to pine after this model in this dress. He used to talk about how there was no human woman that could come up against her in this dress. And he called this the angelic flame, the Argus. And you think back to this dress. And you think back to the night that it disappeared. There was a heist. You took down two of the people that were involved, but the dress disappeared. And then later on, you saw something similar to this inside the vault. It was locked away, and you were told to never ask questions about it. In this moment, you look over to the Tiffany woman, and then you realize you can also hear what's going on in that brain, and you're hearing a lot of 80s hair band music. And you're just thinking, well, what are you thinking? As she has this connection to you now.
I,
Me?
No, Miss
Uh,
J.
Oh, okay.
I am thinking about how much I hated that model. And I thought about how much I just wanted to forget about that dress. And I remember that I was never told why I was not allowed to know what it was. And I don't like to be told no.
We watch as this woman in red, that veil turns a blood red as you peer inside her mind, Tiffany. You know that she's looking for a crown.
I'll just relay that back to the group. A crown. She's looking for a crown, guys.
Gracious,
Whatever that means.
this crown, very familiar because this model also wore this.
Of course.
What secret is she hiding from everyone? Is what I'm trying to get.
You know a few things. You know that Scott was supposed to be a ritual sacrifice.
Okay.
It succeeded, but at a cost. They were supposed to bring back something from the underworld, and they did. They also accidentally brought Scott and everything else he brought along with him. Your body was supposed to be burnt to the ashes, sent back to the void to lock up a seal. But that didn't work too well. So they locked you away in an apartment above a club that no one would ever think to go to. And Scott was supposed to guard your corpse until they could figure out how to make you die permanently. And it didn't work.
Scott, our lovable fuck up.
Oh, he fucked up again.
Oh, just his whole life, you know.
Hmm.
But he's the reason I'm here, and I'll defend him till the end.
You get one last secret.
Hmm.
You watch as she holds up her finger in a pyramid against her eye. And she's looking at a young man sitting on a throne wearing an Order of Hermes uniform. And you know this is Order of Hermes. You've seen Nyx with the symbol. You've seen Gracious with this, with the peer of your eye. And now this young man is sitting there on this throne. A little more beefy, somewhat muscular. Next to another young woman with blonde hair. Samuel, unfortunately, we can't give you what you want. We can't just take them off the throne. We'll just give you this for right now. And you come back to your mind. You get a somewhat of a headache, but you've seen that symbol. Just can't remember where you've seen it from. Gracious Day, as you also see this because you're connected to her, you know this as um, he goes by different names: Henry, Sam. He's gone through different names in the order, but you do know that it was announced, kind of gaudily, that he's the fiance of a Nick Savant.
Uh, a friend of yours? She's just gonna say this out loud as if everybody is seeing what she's seeing.
Friend of what? I don't. What are you? What?
You're confused as
Okay.
Nyx and Kira because none of you see what it is that they're seeing.
I don't know, but looking at her is giving me a headache.
All right. I have an idea. And they're going to, while they have the control of the clothing, flip this woman upside down and like face them face to face.
Oh, what?
Finch, or rather pseudo Finch, will kill all of us. It may not be now. It may not be right as you deliver it. But make no mistake, if they get what they want, we're all dead, fucked, maybe even in that order, and then scattered all over the plains.
We're not completely. They don't want to bother us.
Until they see us as a nuisance. They're going to see anyone like us as a nuisance. They may not say it, but anyone who has a threat to someone else is going to be a nuisance. And if they get this whatever cosmic infinite power that I'm no doubt is going to come from this, then snapping us just out of existence into constituent guts and components is going to be so easy that they won't hesitate to do it.
Um, Gra-
But
Gracious, you hear your assistant comes behind you. Ma'am, I have the car round. I'm sorry, I eavesdropped into your
Oh,
conversation. Are you still? Did you still want to go to site 77, or do I hold off?
Hold that thought, Lola. Are we done here?
I have an idea.
Speak your mind.
They asked for a certain dress and now some certain crown. They didn't ask for the originals.
They did not.
So theoretically, if they had something that was those designs, that was those creations, but just didn't happen to be the original ones, well, we wouldn't be at fault for breaking a deal. After all, they're probably going to try and screw us on some loophole. Why don't we do it the favor and beat them to the punch?
Sneaky.
Um, Gracious is going to walk over to this woman who is now, I guess, hanging from the ceiling,
Yeah.
and just gently grab her by the temple and say, "Is that agreeable? You're going to have to stay put."
I don't think I could manage to make this something that could last longer. But
Not like this specifically.
She just goes, fine, fine, fine. But know this. We tried. We tried playing the same game you're playing before. It didn't end well. It never ends well.
then we keep trying until it does. We don't give up. We don't surrender. We don't let fucking monsters win. Because
Gods.
only fucking second. I don't care if it's God, a monster, a demigorgon, whoever the fuck they are. We don't settle. We don't stop. We do not rest until we beat them.
We said the same thing about Dionysus. And the city burned for years and years. You think we haven't done this before?
Well enough, apparently.
Fine. I'll wait here. But when you fail, and I know you will, I'm not helping you.
Do you want us to fail?
It's not a matter of whether I want something or not. It's the inevitable.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
Thanos.
Who is that? Thanos?
It
It's just some character that
they
says
don't
the word.
understand pop culture, Jasmine. If you
I don't watch cartoons. Listen, darling, that's not what our relationship is. You're my client and I'm your designer. I'm not going to ask you for help. Just stay out of my way.
Um,
Cool.
If you're not, then let me ask this. If you thought there was a fighting fucking chance of this being the time, I don't care how many fucking times this apparently little cycle has gone on. If you had a single hope, a single ounce that this could be the one where we come out on top, would you help us? Would you at least agree to play along?
no. Because this isn't the one where you succeed. We've been through the cycle. We know what happens. But as I am someone who believes in free will, I will even let you have it. And she drops the key to the vault.
Is that so difficult? Ix, was it? Don't expect anything from her.
It's not my expectations. I don't think I've properly introduced myself. Kieran, I know you really hate titles, but I think this one's important. And we're going to do magic.
What are you casting? What is happening here?
Nyx is pretty sure that when you make deals with certain entities, it leaves a mark on your pattern. So they are going to use Prime 2 and Forces 2 to exude whatever part of their pattern as an aura around them in the air. To let not just this person know, but whoever can figure out and interpret it, they're not just a hermetic, they are the next Red Weaver.
Got you.
Because if they think that this is just another repeat, they got another thing coming.
Go ahead. This is a difficulty 2, and it's pretty easy for you to do this.
Yeah, y'all. Hey, it'd be funny if I had a messy crit, wouldn't it? Give me 1 second. Speak that into
If you
existence.
don't mind, I would like to describe this for Miss Day, who has never seen another student do this before. Miss Day, you see strings, threads wrap around Savant's fingers as if they're sewing and weaving something ethereal in the air. Almost like strings belong to a puppet, to a corkboard, or to a new dress. The material is the material is something you've never seen before. In all your days, this seems alien. They are making a red cloak that forms into a person, that forms into this magnificent being, big, with dark skin, with red long hair that threads itself back into place, eyes made of pure red energy. She smiles and wraps herself around the woman. You see this, and I need you to give me a willpower roll. Difficulty of 4.
Alrighty.
Oh no, unintended consequences, my mortal enemy.
Let's see. That's a failure.
Oh no.
Yeah, with a failure.
Yep.
In that moment,
Failure.
fear. A fear you've never felt before. You don't get scared. That's not in your nature. And yet, you're in the presence of something, a being that is too tremendous, too eldritch, and too doesn't belong here. And she smiles with these white, fanged teeth with gold veined grills on that drip red, scarlet, down on this woman's face as she rips um, what you think is a contract and magic away from this woman. She looks at you, Nyx. I'll do you a favor, darling. And rips this woman's avatar away from her completely. Shreds it. In front of all of you, mind you. Now you don't have to worry about her coming after you all. She boops you on the nose, Nyx. Don't thank me. This is, well, you wanted to flex, and I wanted to show you how you can flex. Next time, you're gonna have to put a little bit more work in there. Oh, and Miss Day. She looks you up and down. I love the look. Don't worry. I'll make sure no harm comes to this one right here. After all, they're going to be the next you someday. Lets out this big laugh that rumbles the building. It almost shakes and cracks the foundation of it. Tiffany and Kira, you almost have to like hold yourself in place. Jasmine, you're put back inside the closet because you fall over. It shakes. And then the woman disappears in thread. And then the woman in red falls down. Her dress turns into a red veil, a red mourning dress. She looks around. Where am I?
We just finished a we just finished a meeting, madam. You're free to leave.
Oh, all right. Well, oh, I am so sorry, Miss Gracious, Miss Day. I didn't know we had a meeting today. Oh, my head is in the fog. I'm so sorry. Do have to take my leave. Just feeling a little lightheaded.
Yes. Lola, please escort my client.
Um, you can now say this woman's name. It's her real name is Rachel. You don't know why her name was on the tip of your tongue, but you weren't able to say it. But now it's back, and Lola escorts her. Right away, ma'am.
When they leave, Gracious will turn to Nyx. Who are you?
I am Nick Savant of our house, Veritas, the next Red Weaver of this dimension. And rest assured, I will stop at nothing to put this threat down.
Tiffany. You look and you notice that your fingers and your arms are disappearing.
Oh no.
And you can just feel that your time is sped up. What was an hour is now 15 minutes. You look up and you see a woman who looks almost exactly like you. You remember, frumpy looking, hair, uh, kind of look like she's from A Walk to Remember. Very frumpy, sad. You. Old you, not this you. And she's walking with another young man in a black leather jacket with a blue flame on the back of it. You can see them, they can't see you. And you feel yourself fading into this scene, into another scene, and you feel yourself being thrown around through time. As Nyx introduces themselves, you see them walking a long red hallway, wearing this long red jacket, and then someone bowing. Magister Scalali, Savant, it's great to see you again. You snap back, you go to a throne, and then you go and look, and you see Kira sitting there, crowned with silver and green and black, and looks almost like he could devour anything in front of him, in front of them. As you see another Kira's stand beside them, straighten out the crown. Now, when you go to behead your enemies, do it with style. You go and you find yourself peering back with Jasmine. Jasmine now, okay, we're gonna have to line up. All right, we're gonna have to take all of them down. You watch as she kicks down a door, this cyberkinetic gun in her hand, as we see a bunch of creatures reaching out from the door and yelling something in this eldritch horror language that makes your ears kind of burst. And you find yourself back into the office with all of them. No one noticed.
Tiffany,
No one knows that you're fading in and out. It's just you. You can feel this.
you got that 1,000-yard stare again. Are you okay?
Everything
me?
alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
You seem a little bit more distracted than normal. Did you take any unfamiliar drugs?
Might have. Don't you worry. Well, there's like 30 minutes left on Earth.
Uh,
Should we get some supper or hang out? Party?
as you say this, you find yourself back at the mall in the 80s. A friend of yours is sitting down in front of you. Oh, Tiffany, we're getting supper. Like, what, you don't like Chinese food anymore? All right, and where's your new friend coming? Hello, Earth to Tiffany. Your new friend?
What?
Band?
Ah, fuck's sakes. Not this again.
I swear on everything. Like, we got a big concert coming up. You said you had a new song.
What year is it? What day is it? Like, who are you? What?
It's August. It's August 28th, 1985. What is wrong with you?
You wouldn't even believe me if I told you.
Okay, whatever. And as she gets up, I'm gonna go get a drink. She gets up, the scene changes back to the incident 2 minutes before the 2 minutes before the guns go off. She's going to grab a beer, your friends are laughing and joking. You hear the door get kicked in, and then you're back in the office. Uh, Kira, Nyx, Jasmine, and Day are looking at you as you are back in place.
What are you all staring at?
Nothing.
You just keep going in and out more than normal.
Yeah, because I keep going in and out. I keep going back to the 80s. And not in a fun way.
Okay.
There's a fun way to do this.
I mean, with the right cocktails, yeah, but
Not the way I remember
No,
it.
this is not cocktails. This is magic. This is some kind of, I don't know, glitch in the fucking matrix. Who fuck knows?
Okay. Is there anything we can do to help you?
I don't know. Like, how would you feel if you flash back to your death, like, all of a sudden, out of your control?
well, we just had to live ours out about what, less than a few hours ago.
Tiffany,
Give or take.
Damn it.
you are
I'm still kind of dealing with it.
Was I purposely, like, not there for that
you
for a
find
reason?
you find yourself, Tiffany, thrown back as you watch Kira burst into flames. Scott also bursting into flames. You watch as Jasmine and Nyx are running, and they get their throats slashed by a figure looking like Nyx. Nyx looks at not Nyx, but Finch. But then Nyx looks up at you, dead glass-eyed. Where did you go, Tiffany? And Finch looks at you. Oh, Dionysus' little protege. How are you doing? I can see you. You're bouncing through time and space.
You fuck.
Oh,
You did this on purpose, didn't you? Are
oh, it did.
you a little scared to face a little Tiffany? Hey?
Oh no. See, Dionysus pissed me off, and I just thought, since he likes pranks, I love pulling a prank too. You want to know what my favorite prank is?
Your face?
Oh, you could say that.
Oh.
Oh, it's that I just needed Dionysus to show up.
You want Dionysus to show up?
No,
I think
I just
not.
needed him to open the door.
Ah,
Don't worry,
door to what?
Avalon.
Don't fucking spoil that too, man. That place is great.
It is great, but I think it would be much better if a few of my friends were able to come back and forth as they please. Don't worry, that's nothing to do with you. And as you're about to question this, you find yourself back in Avalon.
Am I out of time?
Dionysus look at you. Someone cut off your connection.
Whatever you do, do not open any doors. Don't be intimidated by this fucking asshole.
Tiffany, to get you there, we opened the door. The door was already open.
Oh. Oh, the irony.
You hear a loud bang from the other side as black clouds engulf this place of pink sky and white fluffy clouds. And you feel Avalon get colder. You just hear someone
Well,
go, winter is coming, I guess.
no. No. Why? Why can't anything cool happen to me?
We pan away from Tiffany as snow starts to fall. Dionysus looks at her, holds her hand, and we're back in the office. Away from there, we do see one more scene. Kira, Nyx, Gracious Day, and Jasmine. You all stand in the office as Tiffany fades in and out, glitches almost, and disappears. As she yells at you, and she's about to ask you a question about Suffer, but she's gone.
I'll be back in a little while, right?
I don't know about that.
Um,
This typical or
in this moment,
I can't say I know her enough to say it is, but it certainly wasn't active when I last saw her.
great Miss Gracious
She's done
Day.
a lot of weird shit, but I've never seen her just poof.
Miss Gracious Day,
I,
I'm going to give you
mm,
an opportunity because only you would notice this happening. Um,
okay.
you can do anything you want to try to prevent this. You see multiple hands appear around Jasmine Nova, something creeping out of the void. I'm going to give you an opportunity. How do you want to prevent them grabbing this young woman?
Uh, yeah, she's going to snap her fingers, and uh, a horizontal lightning bolt is going to come out of the wall and go through them.
For you, this would be easy. This is just a difficulty of three. This would be Forces and Arte.
Please don't miss.
Spicy time. We live for the chaos. You should accept this by now.
Um, that is
I see.
an overwhelming success. Two tens.
Two tens overwhelming. Okay, this
Critical
could be a
success.
critical success. You don't just fire out lightning bolt. You shoot out multiple strands of it, and it zaps all these hands surrounding Jasmine. Um, Jasmine, you kind of feel this electricity burst around you as these hands fry and disappear.
What the shit? What? Who's firing lightning bolts?
Um,
It wasn't
Don't
me.
worry.
That's not something I can do.
Miss Day, you
Don't
get
worry about
an
that, James.
SOS message saying building has been compromised. The Templars are surrounding the building, um, initiating emergency exit protocol.
Uh, all right. Seems like either you all or I am wanted, or both of us. Follow me,
Wanted by who?
Um,
Templar. And she's gonna leave.
As soon as she says Templar, Kira's face, like normally they're kind of like happy-go-lucky all the time. No. Uh, immediate like, is there an angel?
and
Is the German back?
as you see this, you can hear the Prussian burst through the door, and you see him in all his angelic glory. And that is where we're ending season 1 of the Neon Gore Chronicles, episode 16, the new game. Thank you for watching this episode, and I also want to thank I want to say like a new player, a new friend, someone I hope we can have in like in the future for being awesome. Miss Gwen, Glitchy Pixie. Like I hope that you come back. Yes, no, maybe.
I'm around.
Yes. She's amazing. She's awesome. You can find her. Where can we find you at?
Yeah, you can find me at glitchypixie.com. If you're interested in having me on anything, I am a tabletop RPG Swiss Army Knife. I do illustration, writing, design, performance, and you can find me at glitchy_pixie at twitter.com.
Yeah. And we're so happy to have her. Oh my God, it's been a long time coming. It's just been like back and forth communication, and so happy to actually have you on the show. I was so excited to actually have you here. I, I've been giddy all day, and also a little teary eyed, but giddy because I was just like, yay, she's here. Also, oh, season one, it ends tonight. So I do want to say I'm so happy to have you here.
Happy to be here.
Um, also, other announcements. If you have not heard, and let me try to get onto the other screen. Yeah, there it is. Our two new shows are coming soon. One is the Federal City by Night Outshined, which is happening Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully, maybe Cosmic might get on and say a few words, as she is the storyteller. Pingham, thank you. Uh, that is happening very soon. I can't wait. We have everything set. And also, another show that we're having is Off the Vine, our magical HBCU show. All the magic that you want with a bunch of black witches and warlocks without any of the turfs or the racism. So, yeah, we're having those two shows back to back. Outside is happening Sunday, Off the Vine Friday. Not Friday, Saturday. Good God. And we also have three more other shows on the docket. So it's going to be a pretty busy fall season lineup. As you summon forth.
Yes, we have successfully summoned them.
Oh, there she is. Cosmic, say a few words about the show.
Hello, my name is Cosmic Dazai. I will be STing Outshine, the Federal City by Night. It has a lot of political drama in it and a lot of interpersonal drama and horror in it. And the lovely Tiffany will be there. So I'm so excited to have her as well as the other great players we have in there. And it's going to be great. And I'm excited.
I'll be there in spirit.
You'll be in there soon. I'll figure out a way. I'll attempt.
And that's happening this Sunday. I hope to see you all there. Also, we have some secret projects in the work. One of which we just announced, which is Lost Spark. We will have more information following episode 5. I want to say episode 5 of both Off the Vine and also episode 6 of Outshined. So hopefully you will see that announcement of what that show might be. And you might see some familiar faces, not just from here, but also from TikTok, who might be on the show as well. So keep a look for that. Um, any other announcements that we can talk about? As we're closing this show out.
Keep your eyes out for some promotion stuff coming out for Broken Heroes. I'm still kind of in move limbo, but as soon as I'm settled in the new place, the production will begin.
Yeah. So
What's up?
that's happening soon. And yeah, that is about it. The Neon Gore Chronicles season 2 will not be back until the winter of 2023. So part 1 of season 2 will not be back until 2023, and then we'll do part 2 of season 2 in the summer of 2023. So it's going to be a little bit of a wait as we have other shows that we're going to be trying to put on as well. But don't worry, there will be some one shots with the familiar characters as well. So thank you for that.
Exciting.
It's exciting. Lastly, I just want to say a thank you to all the new people who have come. They have followed the channel. They have shouted us out. They've been tweeting. You guys have been amazing. You guys have been amazing on our YouTube, catching up with these episodes. We love all of you, especially 3AM Marcus, who has cried, making sure all of this stuff works. He definitely loves all of you. And in fact, even Coco Chanel, that we are replacing with our other girl, she loves you as well. So thank you guys for being here. Truly, it's been a truly amazing ride. Again, I want to say another last thank you to Gwen for being here. We love you. Thank you for being on the show. We hope to have you more for other things as well. And that's about it for me. I will now. If you have not joined our Discord, please join our Discord because we will be around, or at least myself will be around to answer Q&A stuff, and that will be about it. So,
And before we close out, let's everyone give a very big thank you to Crow for being both a great organizer and ST for both this and just for the general, I would both say, production, organization, everything here. Y'all should see the work this guy puts in. They put so much effort into it, and I do believe that everyone here should give a big thank you to them because without them, literally none of us would be here. We each play one, maybe two characters, depending on where you find us.
don't hype my
They
head
play literally
out.
everyone else.
Hype my head out. I can't
Thank
deal
you,
with
bro.
positive reinforcement.
you.
What is this? But yes, thank you guys so much. I would not have been able to do this without my cast. Also, to our player Diver who plays Scott, I hope you feel better. The plague has been kicking all of our asses for the past couple of weeks for showcast, so please recover as soon as possible. And who knows, you might get a one shot with Scott. You'll definitely
Aw,
get a one shot.
yeah.
Yeah, you'll definitely get a one shot.
Y'all better behave.
So,
You're
again,
talking about Scott. Scott can't behave.
We have
Oh,
missed
no,
the win
not
at
Scott,
our
everyone
cost
else.
tonight.
We need more Scott and Tiffany scenes.
we do.
Fucking shit.
There will be some more, and there will be some new characters and some new cast members coming as well. So there's
Nice.
that.
Applebee's sponsor us.
Yes.
Applebee's is not sponsoring us, but again,
Bye-bye.
I gotta sign off because I gotta let my players and my cast go. It has been awesome. These last 16 weeks have been great and amazing, and all the other stuff we've been able to do. So we just want to say we thank you, we love you, and we can't wait to see you on Sunday with a vampire game. So, with that being said, have a great night. Don't make any elder deals, and you are watching the Neon Gore Chronicles, episode 16, the season finale of season 1. Bye.
So